Good morning, Todd Nelson. First one in. Good for you. Wow. Holy Toledo, guys. Thank you so much. That's called instant gratification. Yeah, no, I had to kick myself into gear this morning. We've had a couple of days of absolutely stellar weather here in Connecticut. And I've been out working really hard trying to get the last of the yard work done, scrapping computers, and this is really the last week I have to devote to full-time e-scrapping. It is coming up on band instrument rental season for me, and I need to get ready for it. Hey Goldie, great comment the other day about the about cutting out the CPU in its base and shipping it that way. That was a really good idea. Thanks for that, because that was a great idea. What he suggested was some of these older CPUs is cut the entire processor out, and then you can ship it that way and not damage it. I thought that was a great idea. All right. Wow. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. That really helps the channel. If you're interested in computer scrapping and vintage computers and electronic scrapping and recycling and resale and buying boards and gold. Well, I don't recover gold, but I sell gold bearing material to people who do refine. All right, good morning, scrappers and scrapettes. Welcome to D Scraps, E Scraps. I love to watch people's faces when they see my title come up. As D Scrapes, D what? No, D Scraps, E Scraps. I originally went on under Scrappy D, but I found that there was a similar moniker with a very dissimilar channel. It was an adult site, and Scrappy D is not a that kind of site. So what's been happening? Well, thanks to you guys, I've had a tremendous amount of success with the eScrap on eBay store. That is Connecticut Band Instruments, which is actually my main store. I opened an eScrap department and really have done very well, thanks to you guys. I'm glad you're finding material that's of use to you. I'm pretty much sold out at this point, and I don't know when I'm going to get stocked up again. But what I did, I sold out of RAM. Forget it. Can't keep it in stock. I think maybe I've got a pound of shielded RAM left. That's super easy to clean. I've got some pinless CPUs left. I've got the older ones that are out of the old IBMs. I think I've got 2 pounds of these left. They came out of vintage IBM blade modules from 1994. And but still, they're pinless with the metal back. That's what they're bought and sold as, which is lame. But I do have pinless CPUs still in stock. This is shielded RAM. You just apply a little bit of heat with the hair dryer. You can pop these clips under it, and underneath is good, high quality server RAM. I don't have a lot of time the next couple weeks. This is a good review too for what kind of e-scrap is out there. These are really good for gold bearing materials too. These are high grade hard drive boards, as opposed to low grade hard drive boards. Very rich in gold pins. Really good for chips and gold recovery. Great source of gold for you guys. if you can't get RAM. These are an excellent choice. They are hard drive boards, high grade. They come in premium price. Board sort, I think, is it 18 bucks a pound on these. I've got 2 or 3 pounds of those left. Get the commercial out of the way. Get the commercial out of the way, I promise. I have a couple pounds of these high-grade connector pins. They've got to be cleaned, but I'll sell them for a little bit less and let you guys clean them. I sold out of these this week, too. Very high-quality gold. You'll find these on connectors, like where a backplane board would plug in, or a other type of connecting pin would go in. Now these are older, and you can tell because the gold is very high quality. So those are connector pins. I get those off of modules. And anytime you see something like this, there's usually gold underneath it. There'll be a square on the board, and there'll be bright gold underneath that too, and you can determine that that's a good spot for gold. So those are connector ends. I have some of that left. Not too. I have stuff to process. I just haven't got the time. So what I did in an effort to try to continue helping you guys with finding stuff. Yeah, Goldie, those connectors are very, very, very high in gold. They're really good, and it's good clean gold too. It's heavy. Heavy, bright, shiny, older the golder, right? So what I'm finding is I'm continuing to delve through the pile of servers and things. Pre-2020 is really your best bet for better gold recovery. The newer the board, the more plastic. So if you can find older material, you're going to do better finding gold-bearing materials. And those of you who are into board buying know what's been going on with the pricing because of all of that. Best gold finger to recovery. Yes, the gold from power supplies from servers. Yes, you're right. The server power supplies often have gold fingers at the end. Excellent gold fingers. I don't have any here to show you. I think they're outside. Yeah, I've been saving those too. Let me just adjust the coolness in the house. It's not really hot, but I don't want it to get too humid. So what I've been doing is trying to find boards that grade is high peripheral grade or above. And I'm putting together something called the Goldie box. And I thought I'd show you one. This is one that's going up for sale. It's got 3 or 4 pounds of high grade Telecom Plus boards. I don't know what the year is on this. I can tell by the coloring though. See, this is a very rich emerald green, and this is a very high quality board for gold recovery. It's thicker here, so there's a lot more gold in here. It's older. You can see a lot of visible gold here, so that means there's gold under here. This is I think it's a heat shield. Lots of gold pins here, and gold recovery here. In this case, there's good gold in here. So that would grade as a telecom board. So Goldie box number 1 is going to be this one. I'll have 2 of those. I fill up a medium rate flat rate postal box as full as I can, and that's how I sell them. This is also a high grade board. You got a BGA chip, of course. You've got some flat packs. You got crystal oscillators, and you've got good gold recovery here. I take off all the heavy junk. This one, I didn't want to fight with it because I don't want to damage the chip. There's 2 gold banded BGAs on this board. This here is where I would get those connector pins that I was just showing you. You knock this off, and this has got those beautiful gold connector pins. You'll find them in blade modules. Blade modules, you slide it into a cabinet and it connects here. You'll find those kind of gold pins there on those kind of boards. Okay, so this is a high-grade board as well. Another of the same. This is a high-grade telecom board. Also, that's in Goldie. It's in the Goldie box. I'm gonna call it a Goldie box. Goldie boxes are medium sized USPS priority mailbox that I jam pack full of high-quality gold-bearing materials for your scavenging pleasure. And this is another one. Again, some really good chips here. Good chips here. Gold, gold, gold. I really don't remember what I got this out of, but that's good on both sides. It's a Toshiba board. I took it out of a piece of telecom equipment. This is not from a computer. I don't think it's from something else, and I don't remember. This board too. It's older. Lots of gold flashing. It was some kind of a power module. I took it apart yesterday. It doesn't have a date on it. Sometimes they do. But you can see again, good gold recovery. Look at those gold pins. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the color and the weight on these is exceptional. There's gold pins here. So again, these are just very, very good for gold recovery. I'll take a USPS priority box, jam chock it full, and that'll be a Goldie box. Gold pins. I don't know, just came to me. Don't ask me how I think this stuff up, I don't. Good morning, Mike. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, I'd appreciate that. So on my agenda for this morning, I do have 2 older PCs left in the pile that I picked up from the driving school last week. We've been working on those together this week. I've only got 2 left, and I really want to. I just got to keep going with the processing. I have Cisco switches to process too, which I expect to get high-grade telecom boards out of. These TiVos that we did last week, that'll yield a mediocre mid-grade board. It's not bad, you know. I wouldn't pay for them. I would take them as scrap, but I wouldn't buy them. We did those last week. I got a box full of those to do. I've got plenty of stuff to scrap. I just don't have plenty of time. You know, the weather's been nice. I've been really trying to fix the outside. That was my goal for this year. Michigan Mike, welcome. Wow, a lot of people in and up early like me, huh? Yeah, I get up early habitually. Lately I've been sleeping in a little bit, but it's only because I've been working extra hard. Staying up extra late. All is well, we just have a lot going on here at the house. I'm going to have to go into construction at some point. I don't know when. I have to have my kitchen and my bathroom both are going to need to be redone. So this will be in the Goldie box too. This is a backplane board, and Goldie just said it. This is where a power supply would plug in. It would go right in here. So whatever plugs into here, backplane boards like this, something gold plugs into something gold. Very rich in gold recovery. Hi Todd, good morning to you. 1 kg BGA, 5 to 9 gram gold per kg, older, newer. Tell you, some of you guys, I have learned so much from my subscribers, and I really enjoy watching your content and your channels. But I've been pretty blessed with this whole TikTok thing. I've got a nice group of people who follow me, and I also follow them. And I'll tell you, I've learned. We've all learned so much from each other, and really, it's been a very pleasant experience. Alright, so this is an older HP Pavilion, Intel Pentium dual core inside. That'll be a Pentium chip, I think. That'll be under here. I hope it's pinned. Pinned would be nice. This looks like it could have a pinned CPU in it. Running Windows Vista. So that in and of itself tells you it's an older board. I don't know if you can see this. I think you can. This is an older board, and I can tell just by the color, right? I sell these separately as high-grade boards. I sell these older gold boards by themselves. I think I've got 3 or 4 that I can put into a lot because of the gold recovery. Let me not get ahead of myself, though, because I've had it, I have it happen where I get ahead of myself, I get all excited about something, and then it's garbage underneath. So let's talk about the board when I actually can get at it. Generally speaking, I like to get the power supplies out of the way, because they're in the way. The screws on the back. I know a lot of you guys who do this all the time know that already. There was not a hard drive in here. If there had have been, I would have presumed it to be an old school hard drive board, like I showed you before with the gold pins. Yes, you're right, Goalie, learning every day. Absolutely. My biggest problem is not mentally, it's physical. Stuff's heavy, A lot of cutting and a lot of lifting. I love scrapping. It's a lot of fun. It really, for me, it's more of a winter gig, because in the summertime, I just live outside. I love to be outside. I love the warm weather. I have a nice awning. I don't over-abuse myself in the sun. I certainly don't want to get sick. Bindo, good morning. Dylan, good morning. I see a lot of new names in the chats. By the way, guys, if you have a question and I don't see it, please leave me a message. Joshua B., I apologize. I have not been able to address your email. Like I said, this week, and it's going to be... This is where I make my real money for the year, is for my band instrument rental service. And I have to really focus on that for the next month or so. And... that's where I make, I'll make my money, that's where I make my money for the entire year. So that has to get focused on. I can play with my e-scrap later. I'll always keep 1 or 2 things up, I'm going to keep in touch, even over rental season. I would never neglect all the wonderful people I built a nice rapport with. Charlie, good morning. Philip, good morning. Matthew, good morning. Booty, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I'm still saving wire right now. Copper took a dippity doodle last week, like you wouldn't believe, which we all expected. So my opinion, and that's all it is an opinion. I would say hold copper for a bit and see what happens. It's been up and down like a yo-yo. I sold half of my good copper when it got up to like, I don't know, $3 or $4 a pound. I think I got, or $3.79. I sold half, but I kept the other half. It's just really a matter of space, But I'll hold the other half till it gets a little bit better. I won't sell copper for less than $3.75 a pound for good clean copper. But even this wire right now, everything went down. It could go right back up on Monday. Who knows? The iScrap app is very good for checking prices. It's run by, I can't remember his last name. His first name is Tom, and he owns Rockaway Scrapyard in New Jersey. And he keeps a very comprehensive list up of scrap pricing across the general area. So that's a real good resource as well. Right. PCs, guys, one of the easiest things to scrap usually. Yes. Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts and the likes. I appreciate that. Please just take a second, double tap on the screen and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. You won't get on a mailing list, but it really does. It helps the channel a lot. Right. Make sure you recycle your batteries responsibly. My transfer station here in town will take those. They are a fire hazard. By the way, you legally can't ship products with lithium or ion or nickel or batteries like those rechargeable batteries, you can't. You're not supposed to ship things with those on them. It's illegal. It can start a fire. If you're sending off a big load to a big company and you leave your battery on, they're going to send the whole blinking load right back to you. Turn this. And these PCs I got from a driving school back in the 70s. Yes, I'm that old. When I learned how to drive. More than one way to handle a strip screw, eh? Yuck. I kept in touch with my driving instructor. We all of us at Pinot High School all had the same driving instructor. His name was Gary. Is Gary. He's still alive and kicking. And I kept in touch with him over the years. And at one point, after I left teaching in the public schools, I was a music teacher. After I left that noble profession, I became a driver's ed instructor. That was actually really fun. I met... what do you put in the glass jar? I missed it. This is in an odd corner, and I can't... I need my DeWalt ratcheting screwdriver. Your best tool, guys, is a long-handled screwdriver like this, only I need a Phillips head. Crap. Come on, don't you be gumming up the works. Crud. Excuse me for 30 seconds, guys. Let me just reach over to the other box. Let me try this one before I go over there. I don't know where my long-handled screwdriver got to. I haven't seen it. Missing in action. I'm about ready to go get it. I gotta do a tool run anyway. Oh, your batteries. Yeah, I agree. Glass jars is a good place for them. They're very dangerous, guys, those batteries. Start a fire. I was starting to tell you, for those of you who don't know, and most of you do because you hear me prattle about it all the time, if you put those batteries and you forget to take it off, and the refiner buys your product, and they see one battery on there, they're going to return the whole load, and trust me, I have seen it happen. I'm trying to get the fan shroud off so I can get the, what do you call it? This thing. I'm tired. I'm good tired, though. It's been a busy week around here, I'll tell you. Good busy, though. IK, it's salvaging the computer, but this gives me anxiety. May I ask why it gives you anxiety? Let me just, for those of you who don't know, the computers that you see me scrap are 99% of the time given to me specifically because I do scrap. I know they're vintage. I know they're old. I know a lot of people would love to buy them. But they're given to me with specific orders to decommission them and dispose of them. That's my business model. So that means I have to tear it down and scrap it. Literally, when I tell you the guy who I bought these from, or got them from, he wanted them all destroyed, and the reason he had me do it because he sees my TikTok channel. So, you can smell what from there? Guys, please remember, keep your comments appropriate. I'm a very nice person. We have a very nice channel. But again, a lot of times I get these computers with the very specific instructions to decommission them. Some parts I'm allowed to resell. And of course, most of my stuff I do sell to a refiner or to somebody who's going to do gold recovery. So, I mean, security is a very real thing. Nice chunk of clean aluminum. Not so clean, is it? I'm gonna go put that in the soaker. I've got a soaker over here. Unclean aluminum. Aluminum seems to be holding pretty steady, somewhere around 44 cents a pound. Taking a hammer to the computer gives me anxiety. Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's, you know, it's also this computer, and I'm sorry, FKFNCDKFK. Forgive me. This computer shows signs of being wet and damaged and destroyed. So taking a hammer to it, no need for anxiety. It's an oldie. This one's pretty gross, actually. Wow, that's a surprise. I expected a pinned CPU. I didn't get one. That's why I said I didn't want to get ahead of myself. This is going to be an old AMD Opteron, probably. Yeah, these pinless CPUs are up to about $9 a pound right now. That's the best price I've seen them at. And again, that's a tariff-related thing. Actually, no, I don't think, I'm going to take that back. I don't think this is going to be an Opteron because this says Intel Pentium on the front, so that's what this chip is probably going to be. Yeah, Intel Pentium dual core. Trying to see the date, but there's no date on it. Huh. E5 2000. Yeah, there's no date on it. It's old. So this board, much to my dismay, I was hoping to get a large plastic socket out of it, and I'm not going to. I'm going to get a small, because I can't fit a quarter in there. This will be a small metal socket motherboard. I want to get it out and I want to take a look at it. And I always look for the dates on these computers. Sometimes they're on the frame. Sometimes you can get a date off the CPU. I like to try to find out how old they are. Because for me, I personally, I grade my boards a little bit different because I have a very specific market for my boards. Yes, I sell to refiners. I have 3 or 4 that I sell to. I have an online buyer. I got a local guy too, but he wants 3,000 pounds, and he won't take anything after 2020. So, you know, it's not always prudent to go to him. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, you know, it's just that business model doesn't work for yours truly. Let's see. This thing is so disgusting. Ew. What brand computer is this one? It's disgusting. This goes in with your Goldfinger cards. These I sell to the refiner. The really good Goldfinger cards I put aside for you guys, the ones that have big IC chips on them and big BGA chips on them. I put those aside for you guys for resale for Goldfinger cards. But, you know, I'll take the bracket off and sell it as a clean Goldfinger card. No heatsink, no bracket. I can go over there with its friends. Usually the screw I miss is the one that's under the RAM slots. Come on. Sometimes you have to unscrew this part over here. There it is. It's hiding under all the debris. Yuck. Yes, I should be wearing gloves. Absolutely no question about it. Okay. Yuck. Alright, so this board... Well, SATA connector, so it's not as old as I thought it was. SATA 1, SATA 2. These are SATA connectors. See the colors? So SATA is more recent. What's the other one? IDC? ICD? Old. Yeah, there's no date on here. So for me, this is just going to go as a small metal socket colored motherboard. I think there's a lot of good gold flashing. This may be good for gold recovery. I have a couple that are very similar to this. This will have a BGA under it. But there's not a heck of a lot there for gold recovery. The value on this one is going to be in the board. So that's kind of a disappointment. So small socket, small middle socket, not an iCore. Got the candy cane, not an iCore. Colored motherboard, I think. Yeah, well, when was Vista running? Late 90s? Early 2000s? Because that would be when this board is from. Intel Pentium chips. Well, they had the Pentium in the cores, and then they went to the Xeon. So this is 2020-ish, I think. Yeah, not sure. It's not as old as I thought it was. A little bit disappointing. But that's a good gold flashing. I mean, the value is going to be to a refiner who shreds it and gets the gold and stuff off it. For us home gamers, there's really not a lot of gold recovery here. So, wah. In my opinion. What socket type? Small socket, because I can't fit a quarter in here. Metal socket. So small metal socket colored motherboard. LG A77 Vista would be early 2000s. So it wasn't too far off. I said late. I said change the thing. Okay, Vista would be early 2000. Thank you. So then that's when this board is from. And that, for those of you who are into looking for older boards, a lot of refiners who do real gold refining, they won't take the guy here in Fairfield. He won't take boards that are after 2020 because they're too plasticky. So, yeah, no, it doesn't have a model number on it or anything. Wait a minute, hold on. IPIBL-LB. Still no date on it though. All right, that took up enough of my time. You know, my purpose is education on this channel. Education and entertainment. I'm here for the jokes. Oh yeah, everybody knows OTD, Matthew. Oh, you guys are so smart. You still got the floppy connector. Yep, working on it. Floppy connector. Yeah, it didn't have a. Yeah, this is a DVD multi-drive CD burner on here. This expansion bay didn't have anything here. You know, I went through a couple of these. I had a couple of HP Pavilions. Looking at the back, this probably will be worth recovering. I should get a decent board out of it. Some of the new ones are so plasticky, they're almost not worth it. That's a classic. So am I. Yeah. Well, you know what they did? And this is going along with this whole thing with board buying. A lot of the board buyers have dropped their pricing way down through necessity. And as I said, I not only sell boards, I buy boards. I buy a lot of boards. Not so much right now because of rental season, but You know, basically they've dropped the price down to like $1.75 on the current current PC motherboards. Understandably so too. They're rubbish. There's nothing on them. I do need to get a video up about grading boards. And just usually just push the cover off and push it through, guys. So this does have gold pins. This will be worth taking apart. There should be a decent board in here. October 2008, guys. 2008 on these. So there should be a piece of brass in here, and this will be gold plated. I'm going to put these aside. I have those aside for like winter work. I can sell them as media drives if I want to. I could sell it right now for 10 cents a pound. But, you know, well, I'm trying to keep some stuff aside so I have content for the winter to show you. Yeah, no, I got it. I got it. That's one of the problems with going live. Every once in a while you run into something you haven't seen before and you're like, oh crap, here I am live and can't get the bugger out of there. Alright. And again, this will just sell as a power supply with no wires. They're paying 11 and 12 cents for this at the yard right now. But if I take it apart, they'll pay 40 cents a pound for the board inside. Again, winter work, time consuming, don't have the time right now. I'm going to take about a 2-minute break here. I'm going to bring this disgusting thing out to the car. And I'm going to go grab the last of the vintage computers that I have from the driving school. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you guys before. The driving school that I picked, I wouldn't be surprised if my information was on here. Gary taught everybody in my high school class to drive. And I remained friends with him. And, you know, I had met his son many years ago. And his son eventually took over the driving school. And his son's children came to my music school for lessons. He's begged me over the years to please come work for him. And as much as I like teaching driver's ed, I like being retired. I don't want to have to go back to a... I don't want to have to go back to a have to be here at this time and punch in and punch out. And I had some other issues too that I just didn't want to. But anyway, we stayed friends, and it was really nice. He gave me a call and said, hey, I got a bunch of computers, come and get them. And just promised me he'll give me back the hard drives and destroy the computer. I said, sure. So that was nice. We stayed friends a long time, and like I said, he saved everything. I took apart a Commodore desktop the other day. Not a Commodore, a Compact. And again, I told you, he asked me to make sure they got destroyed because there was, you know, this with driving school, there's sensitive information on there. All right, enough blah, blah, blah. Let me go get the other computer. It'll be the last of the vintage ones, and I want to make sure I show you that. I will put the video up on both YouTube and TikTok if I don't go over an hour, so you certainly can go back and review. I've got a pile of Cisco switches looking at me from outside. Well, they're not looking at me. I know they're under the covers. Be right back. hope I have enough room on the table for this thing. This is unbranded. I gotta find what this is. Could be an old IBM E-machine, maybe. I don't know. It's honking huge. Wow. I don't see a name in here. Ah, come on. Any ideas? Did you ever come across the company Desk Pro? Yeah, that was what it was. The Commodore. That was a great scrap. Commodore. I had a Commodore. I keep getting stuck on it. Yeah, the compact. I cried taking it. I begged him to let me resell it. He said no. But you know, that was a beautiful scrap out. But you know, it kills me. What are you gonna do though? You know. Intel Inside Pentium 4. What the hell are you? What are ya? Besides big. I think it's gonna. It's alive. If so help me God, if it says "Good morning, Dave," I'm gonna run like heck. All right, this is a beastie boy. Let's go. I don't know what this one is, guys. I just know it's old. I can see a yellowish green motherboard inside. Pentium 4, though, so we've already determined. Yeah, you beat me to it. It's a custom-built Pentium 4. I was going to say the same thing. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if you replaced the computer we just did with this one. And I was just going to say, I bet it's a custom build. I agree with you. Oh, I agree. Let's hope it's got some goodies in it, huh? Yeah, like I said, anything I can destroy, I can resell. Like, you know, I can break down the boards. The hard drives, I gotta give him back. He wants those. But, you know, those things I can sell. But I can't sell the whole computer. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. Looks like we got some good expansion cards. Nice of the cover to come up in the first shot, huh? Alright. Wow. Alright. This looks like this is pretty common. Alright, well, let's get at her, huh? Hope you guys can see okay. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I really would appreciate it. All IDE. Yes, I should get some good gold recovery. CX Dave 88. I hope it's an AGP. Me too. Alright, let's go. Nothing is surefire in the world of computers, huh? Especially in the world of people like me who really don't know as much as I think I do. These ribbon cables can be a really good indicator of gold content. When you get these cheeseball ribbon wires like this, usually this is either going to be a non-SATA connector or an IDP connector, depending what you want to call it. I think IDP is more accurate. But that's, yeah, exactly. Where's the gold? And that's exactly right. When you find these, you're going to find gold pins underneath it most of the time. I didn't see any. I actually didn't see any ribbon wires on this other one we just did. So, yeah. Well, let's see. This should be a pretty fun scrap, huh? Don't cringe in your seats, guys. I have to destroy it. I was told to. And that's okay, by the way. You know, there's a lot of... There's a guy on Marketplace a couple of weeks ago telling how he had gotten all these computers from an airport. And he's, of course, selling them for beaucoup bucks. Because I made him an offer for them based on what I saw. And, of course, he got very abusive. And I'm like, dude, you know, they're HP Power Edges. There's nothing in them. Oh, no, I got these out of an airport. I'm selling them for $700 and $800. I wonder who you're selling them to. You know. That kind of stuff makes me really nervous. I just finished doing a big load that was decommissioned from a hospital. And again, see, there's this thing called an R2 recycler license. I don't carry it myself, but I subcontract for several IT people who do. So when they give me something, I have to hand them a certificate of destruction to let them see me destroying it here on the channel. I have to sign that, otherwise they won't give me the computers. And then I can go, they let me keep the RAM, because like I said, that goes to gold refiners. They let me keep some of the boards, most of the boards actually, because those, they're going to get shredded. And, but the hard drives I have to return. Or destroy. I usually, but I send them, if I do destroy them, I send them back. They go to somebody who's going to destroy them if I don't. So, you know, I'm really cognizant about security. This bunch that I just decommissioned from the hospital, you bet your bottom dollar I destroyed everything. I destroyed the hard drives, you know. But to think that this guy walked into some airport, they probably threw him in a dumpster, which they do frequently, and he's out selling them unsecured. You know, I'm responsible. I'm really careful about the stuff that I do. It just really bothers me. This is very nice, good vintage RAM. Lots of gold here. Sorry it doesn't have two-sided like the server RAM does. I can resell this because I'm going to resell it to people who refine gold. 512 megabytes, 400 MHD, DDR-DIM. Warranty void if removed. I think we're past that already. So that's pretty chunky. Yeah. I'll let you know in a second. The question is, do you see any bulging capacitors on the board when you remove it? Does that mean I should remove it extra carefully? I see a lot of bulging capacitors on the newer computers. The newer ones that are more plasticky, those things burn all the time. They're just so plasticky. See, as the computers had to become more affordable for people, the manufacturers had to, and precious metal got more expensive. It just became a matter of, you know, everybody wants a computer in their house. How do we make it more affordable? Well, the only way we can do it is by cutting down on the gold-bearing materials. So that's why the prices of boards has been so insane lately. The older boards are still paying pretty well, like large plastic sockets are paying pretty well because they were pinned and they're older. I-core boards, man, they're almost not worth shipping. It's really bad. They're like $1.49 a pound now. Well, a lot of folks in the house for early on a Sunday. Well, a very good morning to all of you. I hope your weather is as exquisite as what we're getting here in Connecticut today. You know, I think I'm going to be careful with this case. Custom Computers mentioned that sometimes people like these good cases because they can build their own gaming computer on it. So I think I'm going to try and not ruin the case, and see if there might be, you know, if you're interested in the case or something, guys, just shoot me a, I'm in Connecticut, Stratford, Connecticut, 06614, and if you see something there you'd like, you know, this you could just give it away, I don't care. I don't have to e-scrap, which is a nice position to be in. I really do it as a hobby. I might have to get it this one. There might be a cover here. I've got to get it this from the other side. That's in there pretty fast. That's not going anywhere yet. All right, I'll spend time on that shortly. This whole thing might come out. Give me a minute. Aha. Like I said, that's the ballywick. If you haven't disassembled something before and it's a new teardown, well, you don't think it's going to go right on the first shot, do you? It is fun while I eye up. I enjoy it. Yes, I know. Thank you. Appreciate that. You have to open up the other case slider. I'm presuming that I've got to get the other side of this off. It may be a dual-sided case if it's a custom build. You're absolutely right. You guys are awesome. Musha lives around the corner from me. That's the nice thing about TikTok and YouTube. And if you're not able to get something apart yourself, either A, somebody's going to chime in with a helpful tip, which I seem to be getting a lot of this morning, and thank you very much, by the way. I very much appreciate it. Oops. Well, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. 4 RAM slots. Oh boy. It's actually got quite a few expansion slots too. It's got 5 of them, I think I see offhand. I'm enjoying the conversation this morning, guys. It's quite delightful. I could do this all day too, Missy. I've been offered a couple of jobs. I don't, I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm starting to slow down a little bit because I want to. I've got my rental business. I have a lot of work to do on the house, and this was my mom's house. I bought it in February, and I grew up in this house, so I want to fix it up nice, and I've got really, really nice neighbors on all 4 sides. So, I can hang out here for another few years and then figure out what I'm going to do. So I don't want to commit to a big activity of 40 hours a week. I actually have gone in and trained people how to dismantle computers. I do, I do like contracting work if they get really swamped. But more what I'd rather do is say, throw it on the truck, I'll buy it for me cheap, and then I can work on it at my own pace. But there's a place in it's crazy. 4 slots, I believe max RAM now is 4 gigabytes. Isn't it ridiculous? It's like the newer they got, the less goodies are in them. Newer they got, the small form, the optoplexes and stuff. Man, there's nothing in them. There's an integrated motherboard. Unless you're lucky enough to find one with an i-Core 5 or 7 in it. Talk about nothing burgers. Oof. Even gaming computers. I don't find a lot in those either. I'll find a big gigantic case. I'll find a burned out motherboard. And maybe if they left the expansion cards in, I might get something good out of that. But it's this, why don't you resell these? Well, they don't sell, guys. That's the thing. Now, something like this, I could sell. I'll get about $2.49 for it on eBay. Trust me on that one. I have tried to resell them. I will look it up, but I know just by looking at it, this is not a card that's going to sell. What it will sell for is gold recovery. Look at this. This is older, vintage, quality gold fingers. Those of you who are refining gold, drool. It's a beautiful board. I'll get the bracket off. Let me see if I can get the heat sink off and show you what's under it. I already know I am not going to resell this board, okay? Gamers don't want old boards, guys. They want newer boards. They want faster. They don't want i-Core. They want, what is it, Raytheon now? Ryzen, I think. I'm a classic too, Dave. That's a nice way of saying I'm old. Yeah, I'm vintage. Like a fine wine. Ouch. I'm vintage. Always point the stuff away from your face, guys. Especially if it's on a spring. Okay, got myself a little piece of aluminum. Whoopie-doopie dandy. Now this I'll clean the thermal paste off. I'll sell that board as a gold finger card no heatsink, and I'll take the bracket off. This is something I would save to sell to one of you guys. It's an NVIDIA, I know it is. Yeah, GeForce. You see lots of these selling on eBay. Check the sold. Nobody wants them. If they want it for gold recovery. You know. But I put these aside. Hey, Dave Donahue, I thought I saw your name flash by. How are you? Do I still get 286s to 486s? Not lately. Matter of fact, I think I've seen one. I think I've seen one maybe. In all the computers I've done, I've only seen one. I did get a really nice Sun Microsystem chip the other day. That was really cool. That I saved. Yeah, there's some stuff you save just because it's super cool. And so yeah, this is something I would put, I'll put a lot of these together and I'll sell them as Goldfinger cards with the chip, of course. And that's something I'll put aside for eventual sale to in the eBay store when I get enough. I try to, whatever board source selling it for, I'm usually at that price plus my eBay commissions. And but I do like making stuff available. Dave, your package is on the way, by the way. I shipped it yesterday. Yeah, I see a lot of these too. This is a Sound Blaster card. See, I gotta clean the crap off of it. This is kind of a crappy card. I'll probably just take the bracket and just throw that in to go to Goldfinger, just plain old boring Goldfinger cards. Yeah, there's not a lot on here. So this isn't one that I would put up for sale to you guys. I guess that's my point. I'll throw these in with the batch that's going to go to the buyer, because, not that I'm selling him junk. I don't mean it that way. I'm not. But I very specifically put the high quality stuff to sell to my subscribers if I can. Because I love you guys so much. Yeah, you should be able to see the tracking on that, by the way. And it's going priority mail, so it should get there. Should get there Monday, I should think. Yeah, I've got quite a few of my subscribers who regularly visit my eBay store, and I am appreciative of that. And they've all been very pleased. That's been a nice side hustle, actually. One of the good things about doing the TikTok stuff is people can actually see me scrapping the stuff, and they know they're not going to get a pile of crap. Oh, Dave, my pleasure. I wish you're a delight to deal with. Dave's been with me since I started the channel. This is my usual Sunday morning live, by the way, guys. I almost always go live on Sunday mornings. I get up early, and I will post the video up on my YouTube channel later. And if I don't go over an hour, I can put it up on TikTok too. I'm not going to bother cleaning this because this is going to go to the refiner. Whereas something like this, I'll put aside for you guys. And of course, I'll clean that off a little bit. Got to have at least a pound. I try to get it in 2-pound lots where I can. Yep, there's one in the corner here, I think. This is going to be one of your best friends, by the way, guys. These long handle screwdrivers. Alright. Let's take a look at the board. Shall we? This, I think, is just a Wi-Fi card. And again, this is one, even though it's got this one Intel chip on it, this is not one I would put up in the eBay store. I'll sell that to my buyer as a Goldfinger card. I'll take off the bracket. But the ones I sell to you guys are much higher, I give you guys the good stuff. Got a Penta in the other day. That was interesting. I actually have that aside. Somebody asked me if they could buy it. Which, sure. being a little extra ginger here. I don't want to break the chip. Flush pliers. This is probably going to be the last one I do this morning, guys. I'm going to have to get cleaned up and get my butt to church this morning. Yeah, if you can get these rubber tabs off from the bottom, it's a little bit easier and a little bit safer too, so you don't get a face full of e-scrap. Huh? Yes, I know I should be wearing gloves. Hi, homie Kenobi, how are you? Great video on the CPUs the other day. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was amazing. If you want to see a really good video about CPUs, guys, check out Hobie1 Kenobi's channel. He put up a great video about that the other day. Very informative about iCore and resale and how to prepare them for resale, how to know what's good. That was a really great video. Drum roll, please. Oh. So, for those of you who are asking about grading the circuit boards, this is going to be a small plastic socket motherboard. When they grade these, they figure in the things that are in them. So this one does have a nice gold banded BGA. I'm going to predict there's another one under here. No, you're welcome. You're welcome, Hobie1. That was an excellent video. Really was. In spite of the haters. Again, guys, protect your face. Sometimes you can nip this off from the bottom. It's a lot easier. 10 pairs of flush pliers. You think I can find one? No. Yeah, I've got a boatload of, I got a bunch of Dell PCs the other day. They're small form, but they do have iCores in them. iCore chips, by the way, guys, you can do very well with resale on. Be very careful if you're pulling iCore chips out of your computer. You can look up the serial number to see if there's any resale. And if there's not, my suggestion is to hang on to them. The iCore chips have a lot more gold value in them for somebody who refines gold. I would put them up in a lot and resell them. Like some of the old iCore 2s and 3s, they're not paying anything more than scrap value for. But I would put those in a lot and sell them as pinless CPUs, but specify that they're iCore. That seemed to be the general consensus there. It's one of the things I really like about this channel. So many people are friends, and we all kind of run the same circle, and that's really cool. All right, so this is a small plastic socket, because I can't fit a quarter in there, motherboard. This should be graded fairly high because of the amount of gold recovery in it. You've got two beautiful gold-banded BGA chips. You do get a little bit of junk here. But I'm going to sell that board just like that. I'm not going to do anything to it. I took my battery off. There's some gold. There's some gold here. Not as much as I thought there would be. But yeah, you've got good value here, here. You've got crystal oscillators. Ceramic chip here. Not a ceramic. What the hell do you call these things, guys? I'm having a brain hiccup. Whatever they are. But this should be very good for gold recovery. Now, when I sell these, I sell them separately. I put them in a lot as vintage boards for gold recovery. I probably won't sell this to a buyer. I might sell it to one of you guys. Well, I guess that would make you my buyer, huh? So, you know, things that are of really good quality like this, I tend to try to keep aside for you guys. It's a beautiful board. This is one I should put in a frame, huh? I wonder if it has a date on it somewhere. Tested to comply with FCC standards. I don't see a date on it. Oh, 2003, 2003, right here. Wow, it's a nice board. Very nice board. All right, now to get this and this out, I'm going to have to flip this, unscrew the other side of the case. There'll be 2 screws here and here, and I will get those apart and pull these. I will keep both of these units. The hard drive I have to return to him. That has to go back. He asked for that, and that's fine. But they do have the double gold pins because they had the ribbon wire. And this CD-ROM I will take apart because there's a really good board and a good piece of brass in it. There's also gold in the laser eye and stuff. Sometimes I'll knock those apart and put a bucket aside for, friends of mine. Are you freaking kidding me? Good morning to you. Hey, Scrap Happy Pappy. How are you? So, that's it for the vintage computers, guys. That's the last of the pile. Let's see if I can flip this over and get this apart easily. I hope I can. Just to show the pins. Yeah, a lot of these custom computers, you have to flip them and get the bottom cover off. This was a beautiful build, by the way. Somebody really did a nice job on this. I mean, this was probably creme de la creme back in the day, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if my data from the driving school was on this. It's old enough. Well, 2008. I was long through driving school by 2008. But that desktop he had the other day, I bet you that one would be in contention. That was amazing. I get a lot of my business requests I actually get from this channel. People who are looking for somebody to tear down the computer because they're really worried about data. Well, I'd be the one for that. Whoops. Come on. Verification. Unable to verify. Oh, your butt. I was actually paying attention today. I have that happen so many times. I'm into the video. Everything's rolling. Up comes the verification. What the hell is that? What are those dots all over my screen? Oh, that's that's this. I'm like, what the heck is this in the chat? God. Yeah, time for Scrappy D to wake up here. Okay. So we'll get the other side, and then I want to show you the connected pin. A lot of good stuff in this. A lot of good stuff in here for gold recovery too. As I said, I do have to return the hard drive to him. I promised I would. Howard, if you're watching, I have all of your hard drives ready. I'll drop them off at the school this week sometime. This channel has been a really good source of income for me. Not so much from subscribers and gifts and things, but really, really from people finding that I do, that I do this kind of work and dismantle computers. And like I said, a lot of the ITs that companies, they're just swamped. And they need the help. I'll go in and help them. They have to do it at their facility because of the R2 recycling. I mean, they have to do everything. They have to wipe the hard drives. They have to provide a certificate of destruction. And I have neither the time nor interest to pursue that level of, 65 years old. I'm going to soon to be 66. I'm quasi-retired. This is my retirement hustle. I was supposed to close my music school this year and retire. I did get the office closed. The office is closed. Somebody's going to, I hope to God in heaven, take the lease over. But I'm going to have to rent instruments for another year to pay for the flood damage. But by this time next year, we should be all retired. Excuse me for 1 second. So again, these are good for gold recovery. Look at the pins. And this will yield a very nice board underneath. I sell these. Board Sort buys them too. CD boards, CD-ROM boards. They have a category for that. They're generic, though. They're all lumped into one category. And, you know, I think a lot of them some are better than the others, you know. I'll show you this one, I think. This, again, I had the ribbon cables here, so I know... Hey! Come back here. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very good board under here. I sell these by the pound too, and again, I put the good ones aside for you guys. And, you know, for you guys who are into gold recovery, I try anyway. You know, I got to load off the board sort this week too. I've got the storage bins all organized. All my boards are sorted. I've probably got 24 servers outside to try to finish. I'd like to get all the e-scrap done today. That would be phenomenal. And then it can just sit until I get around to shipping it. That's on the list too this week, is to find someplace better a better way to ship it. Does anybody know anything about Mint Innovation? They're in Texas. They're based out of Australia and New Zealand, and they are an e-scrap recycling center. Shark Scrapper has mentioned them, and I know he ships stuff by the Gaylord boxes to them, but he's in the Carolinas. I'm in Connecticut, and yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I love that. Gold bonding wires and the reader blades. Yeah, I try to pull those and put them aside. You know, I have boxes called Sloppy Seconds. When I get them filled enough, I'll send them U.S. priority mail for whatever they cost. And, you know, try to keep that stuff aside for you guys. If I can. Sometimes I can't, but sometimes I can. Warranty void if removed. Oh, good, I'm going to void the warranty. Here we go. Ha, ha, ha. Supposed to get some rain tomorrow. I kind of hope we do. Everything is so dry. It's been hot, but not really humid. It has been warm, though. It's been a beautiful week. This past week has been just some of the most amazing weather in years. But we do need the rain. Oh, now, you're going to be a beastie about it, huh? Patrick Williams did a really good teardown on one of these. That guy finds gold in more places than I can even imagine. He's really good at microscrapping. He's on TikTok and YouTube. If you type in maybe either his name or scrapping CD-ROM boards, drives, he gets a lot of copper and gold out of stuff. And he does it quick. He's not pokey and slow like I am. My hands are not good. I don't have the strength I need. Anyway. Alright. Yes, I should be wearing gloves. We all know that. This is, there's silver in here. Silver here. These are my lures. And again, that's not my bailiwick. I don't, Hey, Proud to be Country, how are you? Guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help the channel. If you like computer scrapping, you want to learn about computer scrapping, that is my specialty. Please feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you aboard. You can also find me on YouTube, where I repost my lives, because I go over an hour like I did today. Oh, boogers. This doesn't want to come out of here. Yes, I said boogers. Boogers! There we go. Come to mama. I have these kinds of things aside for a rainy day, so to speak. But here's the board. So again, you'll get, this is older. It's got the double row of gold pins. IDC, is it? An IDC connector? Cheers. Thank you. First stage of the Club Quest unlocked. Whatever the heck that all is. Eric Stillman, good morning. Fell off the truck. Good morning to you. Alright, so yeah, really nice gold recovery, and the board itself is a very good board. These sell for me as a high-grade CD-ROM board. As I said, a lot of buyers just throw them in as one big lump, whether it's junk or something like this. And again, that is something when I get enough, I put in the eBay store. There's gold in the eye. There's copper here, and of course a nice piece of brass. So for me, though, I just, I'll put them aside. If I get around to doing them, I will. I won't do anything with the gold refining, but I know a lot of you guys do. And, if I can get a lot of this stuff up, fill up a priority mailbox, we'll call them Goldie boxes, and I'll send them off. That one with the telecom boards, that'll be up. I think that's already on my eBay store. And you can always watch my profile page. I usually post anything that I've got up for sale on there. Again, I sell out of RAM faster than I can process it. I don't have any more. But one thing is, there's a lot of other places you can get gold. Gold finger cards, hard drive boards. There's a lot of other places for gold recovery. Not as good as RAM. Boy, you ought to watch Southern Scrapper's channel. He's just been killing it on gold recovery from RAM. He's doing really well. So, there's a lot of very knowledgeable people here. All right, I'll get that out later. I'll pry that apart. I'll get the piece of brass. Brass is priced pretty well still. Copper took a dump this week. Obviously, most of you know that already. I forget this part or not. So this is the reader eye. There's gold-bearing materials in here. Again, I'll put this aside for winter work. This is something I would pull the rest of this apart and toss it up for sale in a lot, and then just shred the rest of it. Probably this is about the same. Again, I'm going to put that aside just because I have these aside for like winter work. Things that I can stack neatly, I'll put aside for winter work. I want to get rid of these computers. This is the 3.5 floppy. Not a bit. It's just you get a lot of gold pins. There's not a lot of chips per se, but don't just scrap them, guys, because there's good gold recovery there. All right. Well, this poor computer's just a shell of its former self. Ha ha ha! Thank you. I'll be here all week. How about that magic? All right. Well, I would like to first and foremost thank you all for joining me for a bit of your Sunday morning. Nice to have you aboard. I hope you enjoyed our what do you want to do with them, Sister Medica? If there's something you're looking for, guys, in particular, shoot me a message. I scrap stuff all the time. Maybe I can find it or put it aside for you. I do have one or two people who have requested certain things to be put aside. They do live nearby, so shipping is just a pain in the. I think FedEx is probably the best. FedEx Freight right now looks to be the best price for me to continue shipping out to Ohio. So, this is the path of destruction for the morning. I hope you enjoyed the 2 vintage computers. Those I definitely... Oh! No, taking apart. Mini memory, Bond IC. Cool. Anyway, guys, I will see you, if nothing else, next Sunday at this time. I'll try to get a little bit up this week. I don't know. As I said, if you don't see me, everything is fine. I'm super busy. School starts in 2 weeks, and I do run a band instrument rental service, which is going to demand my full-time attention for the next couple weeks. But that has to work for everything else to work, because that's our income from the year is the rental contracts. So I want to thank you all again for joining me. Thank you very much for the great information and the great questions, and have a really good day. And D-Scraps, E-Scraps is on YouTube and TikTok, and I will make sure later today I will post this up on YouTube. And Don't forget to watch out for Scrappin' Irish this afternoon and Shark Scrapper over on YouTube. If you're looking for commodity prices and information about what to sell and what not to, Sharky's really, really good at that. I think he's at 2 o'clock Eastern and Irish is at 3 o'clock Eastern. They don't really do any scrapping on their live forum. They're joined by several other moderators, and it's a great place for questions and answers. Definitely make sure you check them out. Hi, Mark Whittington. How are you? By the way, don't forget to shoot me over a text about what you need me to hold for you. I do have those old school IBM pinless CBUs that would be really good for gold recovery. I do have those aside for you, by the way. I did get your message the other day. If you want, don't feel obligated, but I don't have any more RAM right now except for shielded. I don't know, who knows, by the end of the day I've got 25 servers outside I've got to do. Who knows? All right. So again, if you're looking for commodity price information, tariff information, scrap chat in general, plenty you can watch this afternoon if there's no football or baseball on, eh? Have a good day. God in heaven bless every one of you. And, okay, Mark, I got your message there. I will put those aside for you. I have to weigh them. I don't know how many pounds I have. A couple, but, yeah, those are really old. Those would be better than the newer ones. Absolutely. All right. So the IBM CPUs are going to Mark, guys. Those are sold. Okay. More goodies. All right. Time to clean my kitchen table so I can have breakfast. God in heaven bless every one of you. Take care. Thank you for spending time. Thank you for your great input as always. I really have a great subscriber base. I love you guys. I enjoy speaking with you. I enjoy learning from you. And for those of you who are new, I love teaching you. So everybody take care. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Stay wonderful.